Welcome to the deep dive. Okay, let's start with this. Take a moment. Think about something you really, truly want to achieve. Could be a huge goal. Or maybe it's a challenge you're wrestling with right now. Got something. Good. Because today, we're diving into something really powerful, maybe a bit overlooked sometimes. It's how consciously picturing your way to success can genuinely, profoundly change your outcomes. Sounds simple, maybe, but the mechanics behind it, they're actually pretty fascinating.
Yeah, and exploring those mechanics, that's exactly our mission here. We've gone through our source material, pulled out the key insights. We want to show you where these mental movies, as we're calling them, actually come from, how they shape things subtly or, not so subtly sometimes. And most importantly, give you some really concrete techniques, ways to harness this for the results you're really after.
Okay, let's really unpack this. There's a quote, it kind of sets the stage perfectly. You must first clearly see a thing in your mind before you can do it. That's Alex Morrison. And it really hits the nail on the head, doesn't it?
It really does. Cuts right to it.
Think about Celine Dion. There's this famous story, right? Someone asked her early on, did you ever dream you'd sell millions of records, played to tens of thousands? And her answer was just striking. She said, basically none of it surprised her.
Really?
Yeah, because she'd pictured it all, vividly, since she was about 5 years old.
Wow. Since 5?
Now, she wasn't saying it was magic, obviously. She worked incredibly hard. We all know that. But that intense, consistent mental picture, it was like a vital partner to all that effort.
That's a great example.
And it's not just singers. Look at world-class athletes. It's almost standard practice for them. Figure skaters. They mentally nail those triple axels, feel the spin before they even hit the ice.
Uh-huh. You see them doing it?
Tennis pros visualize the perfect serve, the placement before the swing. Golfers see the ball flying straight. So many top competitors run that mental movie of success first. Then they go out and do it.
And what's really fascinating here, as you said, it's not just for the superstars. It's not some, elite skill. It's actually fundamental, something every single one of us has been doing since we were kids.
Really? How so?
We all store these, inner pictures, these movies of the mind, about everything. Relationships, how much success we expect at work, our ability to lead, our finances. You name it. These movies are always playing, often just sort of below the surface, like a script running in the background.
That's incredible. So if they start so early and they're so influential, where do they actually come from? How do they get formed?
Well, the sources point very clearly to early life. Childhood experiences are key. If, say, as a kid, you were heavily criticized, or maybe you felt deep down unworthy somehow, those specific events, and crucially the feelings tied to them, they don't just fade, they get etched, like vivid images stored in your mind. And because we tend to dwell on these pictures, sometimes we know we're doing it, often it's subconscious, we start to, act in ways that match them. Our choices, our body language, how we interpret things, it all starts to line up. We basically create situations that fit the internal movie.
Can you give an example?
Sure. Imagine feeling really humiliated by a teacher, elementary school maybe, in front of everyone. That feeling, that image, it's powerful. Later on, maybe in a work meeting, you have a great idea, but just as you're about to speak up, that old image, even if you're not consciously thinking of it, it can make you hesitate, hold back, keep quiet. It's still in your mental library, and it's influencing you right now.
Wow, and that's the critical thing, isn't it? For so many people, they haven't gone back and updated those old childhood movies. They're just stuck on repeat, playing the same old scenes.
Exactly. Often totally unaware.
And that leads to constantly hitting the same walls or just not reaching the potential they know they have.
Precisely. They keep getting results that match the old, outdated script.
So the big question then, how do we become the director? How do we rewrite this stuff? And here's the key message from everything we looked at. You. You are in control, not your past, not anyone else. It's not just about childhood stuff either. You're making new mental movies all the time based on what's happening right now.
That's a crucial point. It's ongoing.
Let's try something quick. Right now, picture an ice cream cone, your favorite flavor. Got it. Okay, now switch. Picture an elephant. See it. Now, make the elephant pink.
Okay.
Pretty fast, right? You just created a pink elephant in your mind instantly. Now zap, back to the ice cream cone. See? You have total control over those images. You can flick between them just like that.
That quick demonstration really shows it. You have that mental agility.
It shows you can choose what picture plays in your mind, which means you can leverage that deliberately for bigger things.
Absolutely. And here's the flip side. If you don't consciously choose your pictures, your mind just defaults. Basically, it goes into its archives, pulls out those old movies, often the unhelpful ones.
They just run automatically.
Yeah.
Exactly. Default setting.
So how do we actively take the director's chair back? What are the practical steps?
Okay, yeah, let's get into the techniques. Our sources offer some really practical ways to use this visualization power. Technique number 1, change the meaning of the old movie.
Change the meaning. Okay, how does that work?
Well, it's not about denying the past. You can't pretend that teacher didn't criticize you, for instance. That happened. But what you can change is your interpretation of it, the meaning you assigned to it back then.
Oh, right.
As a child, maybe you decided it meant I'm not smart or my ideas are bad. That was a kid's interpretation, but maybe you carried it forward. Today, though, you can consciously look back and reframe it. Maybe the teacher was having a bad day. Maybe they just disagreed. It wasn't a verdict on your total worth or intelligence.
Okay, so you're not erasing the memory. You're changing its emotional weight, its power over you now.
Precisely. You're rewriting the caption under the old picture, and that starts to weaken its hold. That makes a lot of sense. Okay, what's next? Technique 2 is create new pictures. This is about actively building the movies you want to see.
This is where it gets proactive.
Exactly. We can create entirely new mental movies anytime we choose. And the key is, when you develop and really focus on these new images, especially ones that feel good, that have strong sensations attached, you'll automatically start acting in ways that support them.
Your actions start to align.
Right. So, first step, make a really vivid picture of what you want. Imagination is your only limit here. Think about public speaking. Huge fear for lots of people, right? Often ranks higher than death, which is wild.
It is amazing, yeah.
So what's the typical mental movie for someone scared of public speaking? They see themselves nervous, forgetting their words, maybe shaky, audience looking bored.
All the negative stuff.
But what if you consciously built a new movie? One where you see yourself speaking confidently, the audience is engaged, leaning in, you look sharp, you feel calm, your delivery's smooth, maybe you tell a joke, they laugh, you finish to applause, people congratulate you.
That feels completely different just imagining it.
Totally. And of course the results don't happen overnight just from picturing it once.
No, it takes consistency. But patience, persistence, focusing on those new images day after day. Your brain actually starts looking for ways to make it real. That part of your brain, the reticular activating system, it starts filtering your reality, highlighting opportunities that match the new picture. It nudges your actions.
Yeah. And apply that to sales, for example. You want to clearly see yourself explaining the benefits confidently. See the prospect nodding, interested. Vividly picture the successful close, not, images of them being dismissive or you fumbling.
Because if you keep running those negative movies, rejection, disinterested barrow, you'll subtly sabotage yourself. Your body language, your tone, it'll all reflect that expectation of failure. You'll attract the very outcome you're picturing.
It really is about directing your internal focus. Okay, technique 3.
Technique 3, relax and involve your senses. This is about making the images more potent. Your mind is way more receptive, more suggestible when you're calm, relaxed.
Makes sense. Less mental noise.
Exactly. So find a quiet place, a comfy chair maybe, close your eyes, take a few deep breaths, just let the mental chatter settle down. Then, when you brought up your desired image, the crucial part is to involve as many senses as possible.
Not just sight.
No, definitely not. Sight, sound, smell, taste, touch. The more senses you weave in, the more real it feels to your subconscious. That increases its magnetic pull, essentially. Makes your brain work harder to bridge the gap between the image and reality.
Okay, give me an example, like that dream house.
Yeah.
Right. Imagine that dream beach house in the Caribbean you mentioned. Don't just see the White House. See the vibrant blue sky behind it. See the specific shade of green on the palm tree swaying. Hear the sound of those palms rustling. Smell the salt in the air. Feel the warmth of the sun on your skin. Feel the texture of the warm sand between your toes. Hear the gentle waves lapping.
Yeah, okay. I can almost feel that. It's much more immersive.
Exactly. It pulls you in.
And adding strong, positive emotions to that picture makes it even more powerful. Like feeling the genuine pride and satisfaction of doing that ideal job really well, or the pure joy of hitting that big goal.
Emotion fuels it.
Absolutely. And don't worry if the images are a bit fuzzy at first. That's totally normal. They'll get sharper, clearer, more solid with daily practice. Just spend a few minutes each day running these new multi-sensory movies.
Good advice. Don't aim for perfection right away. Okay, there's one more technique mentioned, right? Using physical things. Yes, technique 4. Use visual aids or tangible reminders. This goes beyond just the mental picture. It brings it into your physical space.
How does that accelerate things?
Well, think about Jim Carrey. Amazing story. Back in 1990, struggling actor, not famous yet, he writes himself a check for $10 million dollars for acting services rendered,
Wow.
and he postdates it. Thanksgiving 1995. He carries this check in his wallet, looks at it all the time.
A constant physical reminder.
Exactly. And what happened by 1995? Ace Ventura, The Mask, Dumb and Dumber. He'd earned way more than that $10 million dollars.
That's incredible. It really illustrates the power of the subconscious, doesn't it?
Mm.
When you're given such a clear, concrete target. Holding that check, seeing it daily,
Hmm.
it just deeply programmed his mind for that outcome.
It's a powerful exercise, something anyone could try, really. Tailor it to their own goal.
Definitely worth considering.
Another example from the sources was Robert Jones. He wanted to become a judge. After getting nominated, he made these simple handwritten signs. Judge Robert Jones.
Okay.
Put one on his nightstand, one on the bathroom mirror, kept a card in his wallet.
So multiple touch points throughout the day.
Right. He wasn't just reminding herself, he was conditioning his mind, seeing himself as Judge Jones already. And the sources say this directly impacted his actions. He campaigned more effectively, with more conviction, because he felt like a judge already.
It makes perfect sense. While, there are no absolute guarantees for anything, visual aids like these signs or the check, they're incredibly powerful tools. Doesn't matter the goal sales manager, business owner, whatever. Your subconscious gets the message loud and clear and starts working behind the scenes to make it happen. Prompting actions, noticing opportunities.
It draws that outcome towards you.
Exactly. But this brings up a really important point. A word of caution, maybe.
Oh.
Yeah, we've talked about how powerful this is for achieving positive things,
Yeah.
but you have to be really careful because it works both ways. It's a double-edged sword. Negative visual aids, they can have serious negative consequences.
Okay, like what? Give me an example. Well, think about those bumper stickers you sometimes see. The one that goes, I owe, so off to work I go.
Yeah, I've seen those. Seems kind of like a harmless joke, maybe.
Is it, though? Is it just a silly rhyme? The sources are pretty firm on this. No, it's absolutely not harmless.
It's actually a perfect example of what not to do.
Why is it so bad?
Think about it. If you stick that on your car, what message are you sending to your subconscious mind every single day?
I owe.
Exactly. You are literally programming yourself to stay in debt. Imagine someone, let's call her Alice. She has that sticker, morning commute, evening commute. She sees I owe. That idea gets hammered into her subconscious. It forms mental pictures linked to always owing money.
Okay.
And her mind, being, the obedient servant it is, starts influencing her choices. Maybe she's a bit careless with spending here, misses an opportunity there, all in subtle ways that ensure she stays in debt. It attracts more debt to fulfill the command.
And if you asked her, she wouldn't connect it to the sticker.
Probably not. She'd likely blame bad luck, the economy, or something else. But the reality is, she's been careless about the input. She's literally told her mind to keep her owing money. Her luck follows her programming.
Wow, so that harmless little joke today.
Becomes your reality tomorrow.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Your predominant attitude, the one shaped by all these inputs, mental pictures, visual aids, self-talk, that's what dictates where you end up.
It's powerful stuff.
Yeah.
Both ways.
So wrapping this all up, what's the big takeaway here for everyone listening? It really comes down to this. You have the power. You can create your own mental movies. You can direct them. And you can benefit from them enormously.
Yeah, that's the core of it. If the movies you're running right now are serving you well, fantastic. Keep doing what you're doing. But if you feel like maybe some old, unhelpful movies are holding you back, you can start today. Right now. Use this incredible power of your mind, these techniques we talked about, to start picturing your way to greater success.
It's about taking conscious control of that inner screen. So here's something to think about as we finish up. What's one old movie maybe playing in the back of your mind that you're ready to re-script, ready to change? And more importantly, what vivid new scene full of positive feelings and senses will you start imagining for yourself, beginning today? Really pay attention to the pictures you play in your head throughout the day. Because those images, they are busy shaping your tomorrow.